you doing today? I'm doing good. Praying that the microphone does not cut out. I will try to check it this time. And other than that, let's continue on with the desert quest, right? So how is it? What has been going on? Last time we went through all those caverns and went through that really cool underground area that got revealed from the sand and all that, and this big hole in the ground that wasn't there was now opened up, and now we're going to be going to the oasis. Quit following me, he says. Because so that's the entire Golden Slumber event. We're gonna be mocking the Wanderer every time he says, "Quit following me."
I never thought there'd be such a place in the desert.
Ben, a gem on a golden satin. It's quite safe around here, right? I can finally relax. Go ahead, do whatever you need to do. Can Ben get wet? It shouldn't be a problem, right? Actually, me? I remember Ben's so cute. While Tirzad is resting, the rest set up a campsite, because we're doing all the work around here. Oh, I guess it's kind of like the chasm, and we have like a campsite here.
Jarrell had a rather concerning look on his face. He should be at a vantage point that allows him to look far away.
Oh, who are you? When did you show up? Finally got the chance to put my feet up. I should really plan ahead for my next job now. I guess you're one of the mercenaries that we recruited or something. Tumbleweed. Dude. Please. Please. Just get the... Who wins, Wanderer or Tumbleweed? Find out now. Bro, stop. Stop this. No. Okay, well, I suppose that just happened. But look, we have a campsite here now. That's pretty cool. Hello there, Jet.
Beep, beep.
Aw, I like Ben. Father seems a little... maybe he's recalled his past life in the desert. If only he'd tell us some stories of his past at night. Yeah, I think that might actually be quite helpful right now. Let's give us some advice. But I understand if he doesn't want to talk about it. But at the same time, it would be helpful. Get some more stuff here. What are you lazy butt doing here? Usually I feel sympathetic for the academic types, but this guy really is not pulling his weight, and he's being rude to everybody else. I don't like him. I wonder if a paper can be written from Ben and Jet's interactions, but which field would it belong to? There you go. That's using your head for something. Now, why don't you just stick with that and keep the other comments to yourself, shall you? Hello, Nachtigal. I'm collecting all the coconuts. All the Agilak nuts. Let's take this opportunity to inspect our supplies. We've got to use the dust bird to send Bonifaz a letter and tell him we're safe now. Sounds good. Oh yeah, that's the reason we are here in the first place. So Nahida, because her catalyst thing goes along the ground, can hit the tumbleweeds. But Wanderer can't, because he just goes right above it. That's funny. Very sad. Every time I stumble upon an oasis, I can't help but wondering who put this stretch of water here. It's almost as if they mean to provide a rest stop for adventurers. Yeah, I guess it's nature's way of treating you nicely after your long desert trek. Too slow. Okay, here we go. Dude, please. You can fly, but you can't glide. You can run, but you can't hide. Oh. What? That's what we're looking for. So I assume you took the same wind current? If so, you must know how to use a wind glider. You should teach Jet how to use a wind glider. She apparently doesn't know. What is it?
It isn't anything important.
Whose gravestone is this? Oh no, it's gonna be really sad. Who knows? Maybe it belongs to a nameless researcher who tried their luck like Tirzad, but didn't roll high like he did. King Deshret's secrets rarely reveal themselves to mortals. Tirzad gave you the stone slate, right?
How did you know?
Keep it safe. Is it important? You can't be unaware of its value, surely. Well, I mean, we're new here, and it's value to whom? To our employer, of course. After all, he's depending on it to write his paper. Anyway, let's head back. We shouldn't keep Jet and the others waiting for too long. Okay. Introduction to Indoor Archaeology. Well, it's good that we found this oasis, though. I can drink water, we got our Sumpter base, some water, and all that stuff. Sobek Oasis. Was this area, like, all dry before? There's a few oasis areas that... I think this one here. I'm not sure, so I don't think Sobek Oasis was, but there's a few that are, like, all dried up. But they show up as water on the map, so I assume they get filled with water later. Hey, this seems like a nice campsite.
Oh, Sumpter Beast.
So I'm trying. So are these like different species of Sumpter Beast?
Oh, Cyrus.
This is Cyrus, and what are your names? Windmill, Aster, and Dandelion. I see. So Nachtigal was just trying, and Bonifaz were trying to name it after things familiar from home. Anyway, there's some of the Sumpter Beasts are really like fuzzy, and some of them look like armadillos, like these ones. Is this like a different species, or are these like the other ones, but like shaved, like when you get wool from a sheep? Either way, having fur or wool would not be very good in this environment, so I think armadillos are better. Oh, the fire started. So, Teddy, I heard from Nachtigal that you beat up Storm Terror and were made an honorary knight for the achievement. Pardon me, but while you are quite skilled, are you really that powerful? I don't really want to hear from you right now.
Of course, Teddy's a hero in Mondstadt.
You tell about your adventures in Mondstadt and across the world. That's amazing! Well, books have been my only companion since I can remember, and I've never had the chance to travel far. Actually, this is my first time traveling so far from home. Right, Tirzad's an zoology researcher? Oh, well, that sounds so lame. I don't want to admit it, but my life has been bland if compared to all of yours. Just like this desert. It's practically impossible for those who lack the strength to find a single unoccupied oasis. If you're so unhappy, then why not do something else? How about being a traveling merchant like Nachtigal? Or do something that you're good at, like me and my father. That's not bad at all, is it? It's not that easy. I came from a family of academics, so I've been receiving training like this since I was a child. Like how a farmer's son learns to farm, or a blacksmith's son learns how to strike iron. Well, I'm not doing great and can't compare to the talented and established researchers in my family. But as things stand, I'm afraid I just can't do something else. Oh, I understand, Will. Yeah, it's easier. I mean, it's different. It's a struggle to do something different than what the rest of your family's doing, because you don't get to have, like, that support as... Well, the support of them actually being knowledgeable of what you're doing. Of course, like, you know, hopefully they love and respect whatever you're doing, but... and then you don't... Like, it's different compared to, like, if you're doing the same field of work that your parents do, they can help you. Stuff like that. I see, okay. Still, yeah, you're drunk. You still were not very nice earlier, so I still not completely forgiven you, but I'll give you some more chances. I guess I drank a little too much earlier. Why am I even telling you all this? Well, just laugh if you want to. I think you're being too stubborn. There's always a choice in life. I mean, just look at Bonifaz and I. We weren't born as traveling merchants, and no one in our families has ever been to Sumeru. But we're still here with the northern wind at our backs. Look how pretty the sky is in this shot. Wow, that's amazing. That was like a thumbnail shot right there. We don't regret our choice at all. Seeing the boundless world unfold before our eyes fills us with a sense of freedom. Yeah, I too think I know that you're taking things a little too seriously, Tirzad. Right, like the relative you mentioned earlier, didn't she give up her family's rules, traditions, and everything else to live the life she wanted to? Maybe she's somewhere in this very desert just like us, bathing under the milky white rays of the moonlight and braving the dry night breeze while looking back at the great days she just had. If only I had an iota of her courage. I never knew making decisions would be this difficult because I've never given them any thought. I think I've lived the life I wanted for as long as I can remember.
That's really...
Making choices is never easy. Is that so? Choosing one means giving up on the rest.
Wait. Is this like saying that there are 10 tasty dishes in front of Paimon, and that choosing one will make the other 9 vanish? Oh no! If there were if only there were 10 Paimons to choose one each!
It's like the branches on a tree. While they come from the same roots, their endless division makes it so that some may not even touch each other for decades or even centuries. Yes, a good analogy. Only when the entire tree withers and its trunk decays will those separated branches finally meet in the soil. Oh, that's sad. Okay. Speaking of which, why did you choose to leave the desert, Father? You rarely mention your past, so I see all this very differently from Tirzad. I don't have family traditions, and I don't even remember my mother's face. I only have you, and you only have me. There is no larger tree and no branches that tie us together. You might have left the desert long ago, and this might be my first time seeing it for myself, but I have this feeling that we are like grains of sand here in the desert. No family, no objective, but what we are is pretty free.
Jet,
The desert holds only the past. It has no future. If what lies beneath the sand and wind can be described as the truth, then I can only say that perhaps it isn't something that'll bring joy to everyone. I gave up the path of seclusion, not because it's a mistaken path, but because I found a better path. Jet, I hope that you'll be able to take that bright path. I don't really understand you. If the path of sand isn't what you desire, then why accept Tirzad's commission? Don't tell me it's because you want to take a look at your past. I think you just can't forget the desert and the hot winds that sweep it. The strange thing is, I have no memories of the desert, but coming here makes me feel like I've returned home all the same. I love the sand, just like I love Paimon and Benben. Aww, that's so sweet. This is a place with hope, too. I'm sure of it. Isn't finding Benben proof of that? True, we have to give the desert a chance. It's been stripped of so much life and vigor, but there's still so much more we can find in here. It'll be a new day tomorrow. The ruins ahead are still waiting to be explored. Keep your chin up, Tirzad. No matter what others say, I think you're a brave person. You've taken that first step and left the comforts of your home. That's true. Now, just do as you've already done and take the second step, and then the third. I'm sure you'll get to that place where no one's been and find that special research material of yours. Huh. Even you can occasionally say some nice things, huh, Jet? What do you mean? She's been saying nice things the whole time. You're the one who was being rude before. I'm just speaking my mind. After all, I'm as free as the sand. But even the freest sand should rest in an oasis. It's getting late, so let's get some rest. I'll be on the lookout tonight. I'll sleep well with you on lookout, Father. You Jabrail softly and casually singing a peaceful tune as you fall asleep. Maybe it's an old local song. Oh, stars high above the wasteland. Oh, nightingales weary from the day. It's time to take off the crown of roses. Cleanse yourself with wine made from grapes. Sleep, close your eyes. Yon golden slumber summons thee, wandering sand. Drink not that bitter salt water, for the sorrows of tomorrow have gone away. Camping out in the desert is terrible. Yeah, but at least you didn't get heat stroke at nighttime.
oh come on, why are you being so negative again?
Well, the two of you are adventurers. Let's talk about you instead, Jet. How can a young girl endure sleeping on the sand while dressed like that? I just can't sleep it and figure it out for the life of me. Well, they have sleeping bags, don't they? Tirzad, you're such a pampered guy. Tell me, will it even be a bean placed under 10 mattresses to disturb your sleep? Yeah, that's right. You princess on the pea, you. Of course not. Anyway, why would anyone sleep on 10 mattresses? I don't know. Perhaps it might be a hobby of the wealthy for all you know. But you should have expected that you'd have to camp outside. What can we do anyway? Go back the way we came? You know, that's actually a really good point that sometimes I think about with the princess and the pea thing. Is it's basically saying, well, where's the rich and the royalty are like so cool that we're so like we haven't worked hard at all, so it's so soft we could feel a pea underneath 100 mattresses. Take that, and that's not really that cool. At least not in this day and age. Like that story is kind of little. Like I'm not sure. Like that's just the way I interpret the meaning, but it's like I'm not sure that's really that helpful of a folk tale anymore. But cool that they kind of referenced it here. Of course not. The material we gathered yesterday isn't enough to write anything good. Forget submitting it to the academia. Just reading it, the square would get me ridiculed. Oh, looks like you've still got some spirit, huh? Of course. This huge ruin is right before me. That's right. We're gonna go to the mausoleum, right? It must be the Kamenu Temple. Temple. As a researcher, I must go and have a look, right? And there is this...
Benben?
Right, Ben. What a strange thing.
Aww.
I mean, such an extraordinary thing might even be closely linked to King Deshret's civilization. If that's true, I can't turn a blind eye to it. Going back the way we came would be worse than putting a beam beneath my mattress. You as well have me sleep atop 100 Benbens. I'd never sleep again.
100 Benbens? That would really hurt.
Anyway, before I collect enough material for my paper, I mean, until I figure everything out, I shall not leave. I paid all of you very well too, so if we encounter a danger, I'm counting on you to earn that pay. Well, I'd say we already earned that pay through the giant predicament we just got you out of. So I think we're working overtime already. Hey, come on, aren't we already companions on this journey? Of course we'll protect you in the face of danger. My father and I are professionals.
Yeah, Teddy's amazing too. You have nothing to worry about.
Who knows what the future holds? Better to be safe than sorry. Father? The merchants can rest in the oasis while we're away. Gladly. We discussed our contingency plans, but we must bury some of our supplies before we leave. In the worst case scenario, the merchants may be forced to leave. This way, we'll still have some supplies to come back to even if that happens.
Huh? Is that really necessary?
Underestimate the sand and you'll pay with your life. Since it's father, he definitely has his reasons. Well, it's always a good idea to prepare for every possibility. Sounds good. I mean, why not? It's better safe than sorry. This should do, right? Let's set out then. Slow down. My hangover isn't... Tirzad, you better hurry up, or someone might publish a paper about this before you. Don't say things like that.
You ready? Let's go too.
Let's go too. Go. That must be this area at the front here.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna walk there on foot. So many adventures we're going to have. Look how beautiful. Like, in my mind, I'm so scared of spaces that are really closed, but also spaces that are really open. That's why I'm kind of scared of like open ocean. And I'm also, in my head, I'm scared of deserts. Because in my mind, a desert is just like barren sand or rock. Maybe a few cacti, scorpions. It's just like nothingness. But this desert doesn't feel like that to me. It feels like, even though it does still have that desert vibe, it's not lifeless. It has all this ancient civilization and the cool rock formations, the plants and everything. And it's actually really cool to be able to explore that, because it kind of, changes my misconception about what... Well, some deserts are probably like that. But this desert isn't. This desert has more to it. Huh? I thought it'd be smooth sailing this time, but we still have to figure out a way to get this door open. Well, yeah, it's a different set of ruins, so we have to figure it out. Isn't that good news? At least that means no one's ahead of me, even if they may have chosen the same subject I got here first. The Academia's researchers aren't alone in coveting King Deshret's relics. What do you mean, coveting? I'm doing legitimate research, approved by the Academia. Don't you dare compare me to the treasure hoarders. Just quiet down.
Oh, do you remember how Benben somehow made the stone slate light up? Let's have a look at it. We may even discover a clue.
Huh? What's Tirzad's stone slate doing with Teddy? Well... Teddy is an expert adventurer with much more experience in ruin mechanisms than Tirzad. Giving him this important item will help us make the best use of it. Yeah, that's it. That was my intention exactly. Not only that, that's the better intention. I wish that was his actual intention for giving it to us. Because we know what we're doing. Is that how it is? Fine, you do have a point. So, we figured anything out? Nothing so far.
Well, Teddy does know nothing about research.
Don't sell us short, Paimon. We don't know anything about research, but we know lots about ruins. It's never too late to learn. Even someone as knowledgeable as me can't figure everything out. I suppose I really must continue improving myself. If I spend 10 years working hard at the Academia, 10 years of hard work won't do anything for a layman. Just forget it.
Huh? But you'll never know if you don't give it a try.
Yeah, why do we put up with this guy? 10 years? You know what? It's not all about talent and family history and all that. Anyone who works hard enough at something can catch up to anyone else who has the, advantage of family history or talent. If you, having talent and that kind of strong foundation and working hard is the best combination. But anyone who works hard can, overcome the disadvantages they might have from not being naturally gifted at something. Wait, Benben's acting a little strange.
Beep, beep. Hello, Benben.
Maybe Benben can open the door?
Beep, beep.
Yeah, he opened the door? Yeah?
Yay! Benben opened the door! Thank you, Benben. Aw, that's so sweet of him. Wow, it's actually opening up.
I didn't expect Benben to be able to do that. Well, write about that in your research paper then, and think of some hypotheses why that might be. And I think Benben's saying that it's capable of more than that.
Beep. Paimon gets the feeling that Benben is much more useful than the stone slate. Or maybe we should ask this instead. Will the stone slate really be of any use?
I'm sure it will, but Benben's more useful, I agree. Of course it will. It has to. I might lose my mind if it's of less use than Benben. Why? Benben's clearly more technologically advanced than your stone slate. Be patient, it's too early to make any judgment yet.
Huh?
Well, you're right, Jabrail. A short-sighted researcher is bound to amount to nothing. Patience is a virtue.
But neither Paimon nor Teddy are researchers.
We will need patience nonetheless.
Well, that is true.
That's enough. It doesn't matter who did it. All that matters is the door is opened, right? Well, it does matter to him because he needs it for his research paper. But yeah, I guess for us as explorers, it really doesn't matter. Now that the door's open, you're eager to go inside, aren't you, Benben?
Beep, beep. Oh.
Alright, Tirzad Archaeological Team, let's go!
Beep, beep.
We should call it the Benben Archaeological Team at this point. Let's advance with caution. Oh, I know. We should be fine as we stay close to Teddy, right?
Come on, Teddy, let's get moving.
Alright, here we go. More ruins. Is this where we came in from? Yeah. This is the entryway. Menu temple. Look at this place. Wow. Amazing.
Too slow.
Too slow. Treasure. There's treasure here. But where? Where lies the treasure? These things are all in battery, it seems.
Too slow.
Moving? No. It's like that one Dendroculus I can't get in the other temple. It's lost to me. I can go this way.
Quit following me.
The treasure. Look at this place. Wow. It's always amazing, like these ideas of how. Well, in this version of the civilization, it seems like they had, you know, I don't want to notify those scorpions, but I might have to. How did Paige get down here? They had technology, so it's highly likely they used, you know, their technology to help them carve out the stones and make the artwork and construct this whole place, you know, all the engineering and stuff. But you should think about with pyramids in real life.
You even want this?
Yes, I do want this. Thank you very much. Some people had to build it by hand. It's just incredible feats. So it looks like those scorpions are not bothered by us. That is a good thing. Exploration knowledge? What is this? Okay, so I can tell a lot of the things. So a lot of the times, it seems like they do things in the events that help them. Okay, I can't activate this yet, right? No. That they're basically testing out features for later permanent parts of the game, like how I think a lot of like the aspects of the chasm were being tested out in the Enkanomiya 3 Realms Gateway event or something. Or like the Wave Rider and a lot of the Inazuma features were being tested out in the Golden Apple Archipelago. Well, this is reminding me of Mona's Mirage. Mona's Mirage in Summer Fantasia. Just like how the other mechanisms kind of remind me of Kazuha's Mirage too, like the ones with the beams of light and things like that. It's like, it's clear that they're using that to help them test some of the Sumeru features.
Wow, this side is lit up. You have to get the other side to light up too to open the door?
It would not want to stay with you, no. That thing. How dare. It's not a thing. It has a name and a consciousness, and I am so tired of evil characters in this game abusing and utilizing other people for their own gain. AKA, please do not. Do you really want me to keep talking about Inversion of Genesis again for another episode? I was promised I was gonna you know, get better. As it's been almost a week. I'm trying to move on. But you know, if you do that to me, I will just talk about it. You know what I will talk about? I hope that I hope that next year for Nahida's birthday they give us a Sub-Zero's festival event, like the Sub-Zero's festival, but it actually went right this time, and people actually love Lester Red Kusanali, and we have a big festival for her. I bet that would be really cool if we did a Sub-Zero's festival event for Nahida's birthday next year. It should be a long time from now, but you know. But think about it. Wouldn't it be so cool if Wanderer was basically like her was the Night of Flowers in her Sub-Zero's festival? Just think about it. The Night of Flowers.
Oh, Archon, we finally found you. The people can't wait to finally meet you.
But just imagine like him filling that role, because like, you know what, that actually kind of makes a ton of sense with like all the puzzle pieces lining
Too
up.
slow.
Yay. We're doing stuff. Anyway, to keep a long story short, Tirzad, I still don't like you. And I don't think you treat others kindly. I feel a little bad that you never tried anything else in life, and it turns out the one thing you put all your energy into is something you're not good at, but that's not an excuse to basically be rude to everyone else and see everything else as tools for your own gain. Because, man, that's a sensitive topic right now, so you better not bring that up ever again.
Beep, beep, beep. Oh, Ben. It seems to have been talking to the doors earlier.
Oh, stop that nonsense. Doors, shut up. But something like Ben shouldn't be able to speak either, right?
That's true. His Paimon's unknowingly accepted that Ben can speak as well. But can beeping really be considered speaking?
It's communicating. Communicating is basically like speaking. As long as communication is achieved, it doesn't matter if the language used is something we're familiar with. For example, animals have their own languages too, and the sand has its own language too.
But if we don't understand it, Paimon's curious. Paimon really wants to know what Ben is saying.
Just ask Ben if you're curious. Ben, what were you talking to the door about?
Beep, beep, boop, beep, 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 beep.
Oh, I see.
Wow, Jet, you understand it?
Of course not. It's just as I mentioned before, I can sense some of its emotions. But once you can understand Ben's emotions, trying to guess what Ben's saying isn't that difficult.
Well, to be honest, Paimon didn't sense or understand anything. Did you?
I mean, you know, I do have... I try to be able to... I try to sense what other people are feeling. That's why I try to look at all issues from, like, different perspectives and make sure everyone's side of the story is heard. And try to give, like, equal amounts of, at least, like, trying to interpret ideas, all the different sides of a story. Which is probably why this version of Genesis caused me so much turmoil, but you know what? Yeah.
What, really?
But yeah. Inversion of Genesis really has gotten me the last few days. I'm just thinking and thinking and thinking about the Wanderer's perspective and Nahida's perspective and how much I dislike the Tori because there's no part of his perspective that actually, like, is justifiable. That's the character is completely unjustifiable. So Tirzad, you better not get any ideas about using other people to your own gain, because I will be very, very upset with you for that. After what's happened to Scaramouche and Kale, I feel like I need to protect those that get used for other people's gain, and you will be the easiest target to get rid of. So don't you dare lay a hand on Ben. Thank you very much. Oh, of course. Someone has been here, but they weren't able to open this door.
Yeah, even Ben can't open it.
The door is protecting something very important. So much time has passed that it's almost forgotten how it used to open. People used to come here long, long ago, and someone even passed this way many times a day. I mean, it's such a huge door after all. People used to walk here, huh? Oh, it must have been a mischievous cat that no one could catch, which is why so many people pass through here. Mischievous cat. Huh? Wait a minute, did the door tell Ben all of that? Of course not. They're just guesses I made based on Ben's emotions. You... I almost believed you. If I'd unknowingly included that in my paper, wouldn't everyone laugh at me once I published it? Will you stop worrying about people laughing at you and worry about actually writing the paper first? Thank you. Cite your sources, make sure it's accurate, but stop worrying about people judging you. How will you make it up to me when that happens? I'm sorry, I have no sympathy for you right now, so... you know what? Whatever. Tirzad, don't make your own mistake. As a researcher, you should be able to distinguish the authenticity of the materials that you collect. True. There you go, spitting facts there.
That was close. I almost believed her too.
Oh, thank goodness we don't have any papers to write. Not on this stuff, anyway. Eat. There's a long journey ahead. Let's stop wasting time and get moving. Right. This place is huge and filled with doors. If we do this in front of every door, who knows how long it takes for us to finish. Thank you. Wouldn't that be perfect? You aren't fond of camping outside, but this place has walls, a ceiling, and even the research materials you want. King Deshret's civilization fell due to tyranny, and this place is probably his mausoleum. I'd rather spend 2 weeks in the desert than spend a single night here. Oh, Tirzad, do you and King Deshret have... Jet. Oh, alright. Notchtail and the others are still waiting for us in the oasis. Let's continue exploring. I don't think Tirzad is very respectful of King Deshret ruins. So... you know, let's move on. Teleport waypoint. Too slow. Too slow. We can fly around more if we want. Behold. There we go. This is the we are exploring in style. That's what we're doing. You right, Wonder? I'm exhausted. Moreover, besides Ben, we haven't made any other discoveries, and that makes my exhaustion all the worse for it. So, dude, you're complaining. So you agree to complain about us wasting time and standing in front of the door, but when we actually start moving, you're getting tired again. I cannot stand this guy. Honestly, I can't.
This place is huge, and we've seen so much of it on the way here. Paimon sure has a lot to write about, right? Even if Paimon doesn't really know much about these things.
Neither you're a researcher, so of course you don't understand. What we've witnessed this whole time can only be considered as proof of existing research. Except Ben. How should I explain this to a non-researcher? Let me put it this way. I want to get my paper to get approved by the Academia's review. It's like love. You have the wrong... this guy's the wrong attitude towards researching. But I suppose the Academia fed everybody the wrong idea of research, so I guess I can give him the benefit of the doubt on that. Your lover is academic research? The current situation is that I want to love it, but it seems to hold no interest towards me. A paper must stand out to pass the review. Just imagine that you're pursuing your ideal partner. If you're no different from the other candidates, then how will you capture their heart? This is being said by someone who I think has never actually had friends or a lover, ever.
This analogy sounds like a real stretch, you know.
The way Tirzad thinks is really strange. In my opinion, a couple just has to consider each other suitable. There's no need to compete with others. Yeah, dude. Come on. Like I said, this is coming from the guy who has no friends and never had any lover. We're still talking about academic reviews, aren't we? I should have made that example. Just forget what I said. I guess this is where a little chat ends. It'll be more efficient if we split up and look for clues. An archaeological expedition with no hope in sight. Who cares about efficiency? Stop complaining, dude. This is actually driving me nuts. That stone slate has lit up once. We'll definitely find a way to make it light up completely. We just have to not give up. But how can you guarantee that? Wait, so you do really know something, don't you? Dude, everyone else here just has hope, and we just want to get this done. Can you stop complaining? Dude, just let us do our work. You paid us for something. Let us do it. What I do know is that there may be hope if we continue forward, but we'll leave empty-handed if we turn back now. Exactly what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. You gotta try. We're already here. Well, that is true. Tirzad, stop worrying about this and that. An anthropology researcher like you has finally gotten the opportunity to enter some ruins, so just treat it as a chance to view some of your seniors' research subjects for yourself. You're right. I should be more professional. Yeah, you should be more professional this entire trip. Can you, act more professional now? And for the rest of the story quest, of this, world quest, please? Thank you. But even if we're going to split up, I want Teddy to stay close to me. No. Then we'll explore freely together. No. I don't like you. There's no danger here. And while you might be a researcher, you're terrible at puzzles. You'll just be a burden to Teddy. Exploring ruins has never been my forte, but I'm given enough time and pen and paper, then such problems will be no problem at all. You're so conflicting, dude. He's like, you don't want to work, but you want to prove yourself, and like, just think of taking a pen and paper and magically write a paper. Once I see something, I lay my eyes upon something, and suddenly the entire paper will be written in my head. Only Layla can do that, and she does that in her sleep with her powers, and she actually does research. You're not even like doing anything here. All right. Anyway, just shout, help me, or if you're in danger or something. One of us will get there in time. Probably. No, let's just abandon him in these ruins and just explore this for ourselves. Thank you. What if none of you do? Good. It's as impossible as breaking open 10 bad eggs in a row for breakfast. I think you need some lessons in mathematics, Jet. I can introduce you to a teacher once we return. That's very rude of you.
Listen, this path has come to an end. You know what? Why don't we go back to the previous room?
Quit following me.
You're following me. Okay, let's do that. Where are we going? Maybe these doors will open for me? No, yes, they'll probably all open later.
Too slow.
Oh, we're underneath the ruins, so this is so cool. I heard the sound of a Dendrophis. What's over there? Okay, what's this? This. Okay, where are they? But they're here. They're just on the other side. And just how? No. It's okay. We just got this. Just very calmly and carefully. There we go. Time trial challenge all
Take
done.
it and have fun.
Take it and have fun. All right. What is this? Who is this? This is appears to be the same as the statues we saw on the outside. So maybe that's supposed to be like King Deshret. Probably. This is like underneath his mausoleum, right? So it would be. It would make a ton of sense. Okay, so there's this button here, so this definitely means this will open up later. But not now. Not now. Alright, I guess we're just gonna fly out of here in style.
Fury.
You know. As we do. Lots of style. Try to unlock the rooms located deep within.
Woohoo! These doors are open. Maybe Jet and the others are found a way to get it open. This is pretty reliable, huh?
Yep. I'm gonna talk fast.
Too slow.
What is this now? Wait, what was this? It's for the primal embers activate the giant primal torch. Okay. Very fragile seasons primal sconces you can serve. Okay, so just make sure that they don't disappear. Okay, what is this? You may connect to platforms with unique etchings on them. This comes from our illusory keystones that when stepped over they would disappear.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries.
Oh.
It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy
I read it
silence.
and immediately fall into the abyss. Well, he just lands on the ground so carefully. Okay. Here we go. Do I have clearance? I don't have clearance. This is red, right? I do not have clearance for this. Sacred seal. Oh. I'm getting a lot of these, like, rune things. I don't really know what they do, but... Oh, I have... Oh, a few of them. I don't know what I used them for yet, but I... Alright, which artifact are we going to level up today? For today's episode... Do I have any good ones for... Scaramouche yet? Okay, let's try this. If we get a bunch of attack percent, I'll be okay with that. Wait, do I want energy recharge or do I thought I want attack percent as the main stat. Oh well, let's just get to level 8. The main point is I want to dump some stuff. Okay, well, level 9 it is. Alright, so this artifact's not looking amazing. Can I get this?
Quit following
Quit
me.
following me. Surge forth.
Behold.
Surge forth. You know, say surge forth? Upon the gale. Surge forth. Is this the way we came?
Too slow.
What is this place? Man, I'm nowhere near where I'm supposed to be, am I? I fell down a hole and now I'm just in a completely different... What is this? I don't like this. It's so green. I don't like the vibes here. Uh-oh. No, no, no. You don't see me. You don't see me here. No, 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 no.
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary. This is so unnecessary. Just leave me alone, please.
The wind rises.
Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to... Sometimes I still do the thing. It's like I think it's Kazuha and I hit the skill again. No, 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 no. Okay, well, that'll be okay for now. At least that'd be the way to get into the domain, but I can't go in there yet. Snow!
Following me.
What's this? Exploration. Not right now, I'm being chased by scorpions. Giant hourglass. No one knows what was built and left here. When touched, it'll flip and start to mark time. Rotate all of the nearby from sand glasses before the stardust runs out, and you may gain some unexpected boon. This is an hourglass? I'm not seeing what's so hourglassy about this. Oh, this is the hourglass. I mean, okay, look, I want to just stand here and listen to the music because the music's cool. But please, I do not have the time to be chased by a single scorpion. Instead, I will just, you know, fly on top of the hourglass. Because I can. Okay, actually, you know, this is good. Wait, is this actually where I'm supposed to go? Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. That thing's marked. Was I actually supposed to? Ironically, did I manage to accidentally get to the place I'm trying to go? Because I totally was not meaning to fall down that hole. Oh, well, would you look at that? This might actually be really good to do with Scaramouche, with Wanderer. Because he can fly, and that's pretty amazing. Except if they don't want us to do that, but it does not seem like that is an issue. Okay. Good. Oh, I can use this. Well, it's not gonna take me that long to do it. Yay. It's up there. That's probably because they expected me to do this one first and then that one in complete other order. But they didn't expect me to discover this place after pulling for Wanderer and suddenly everything's easy because I can fly. Oh, okay, well, it's just this. Alright, that's fine. Unnecessary! You're supposed to say unnecessary. Unnecessary. You won't even want these? This is what I'm supposed to do, right? Yeah, the quest markers is linked to this, even though I completely did not even mean to fall down the hole. Somehow fate just brought me here anyway. Oh, lucky me, lucky me.
I'm guessing the light of both sides too.
I mean, yeah, always. Look at this area, though. You know, actually, is this... I mean... Okay, this building is the mausoleum of King Deshret. However, I gotta say, though, this also looks like the kind of place they would bury someone important. So... Who knows? Upon the gale, surge forth. This and that, whatever. I went too slow. Quit following me. I think there's a Dendroculus here, but I can't see it because the quest marker is over it. There it is. Oh, look at this boat. Hang on, this is actually kind of cool. This would make a cool thumbnail shot. Wait, are you here? Okay, you don't get to be in the thumbnail shot. You don't deserve it. But look at that model. It's interesting because the desert, you know, there's like no water except for a little bit of oasis. So where is this boat metaphorical, or did they used to be like water here, and that's what this is symbolizing? Okay, now how do I?
The wind rises.
Yeah, this is how we do. No, that's not what I meant. No. If we do this properly, yeah, like this, it works great.
Behold.
Yeah, that's right. I need to find one of those crystal things, right? Well, at least I can grab this. Oh, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Yay! We did it! What is this thing? Oh, you want me to fall through another hole? I can do that. I can do that. Falling down holes and not being able to climb back up seems to happen a lot in this game. But at the very least, at least this time, it's on purpose. Oh my gosh. I saw that in the tutorial things you just showed me, but what is this? It looks like a fan. Okay, it is a fan. These huge fan waves will blow out strong winds that can obstruct progress or blow primal embers away. If you wish to pass through them, you'll need to wait for a moment until the fan blades stop, or look for a device that'll stop them. Okay. Well, right now. There we go. Very safe now. Things little. Look at us. Whee! Anywhere where the wind blows doesn't really matter to me. I sometimes sing out of not in tune on purpose because I have perfect pitch, and I listen to my own singing, and it bothers me whenever I don't sing it. Anywhere the wind blows doesn't really matter to me. But then at the same time, I could just, anyway the wind blows doesn't really matter to me, but it hurts my ears. Is what happens, actually. What is this? Great. As expected of my assistant. Shut up. No mechanism or puzzle shall ever be your match. Well, no need to exaggerate.
Teddy's impressive, but you should help out too, Tirzad.
Speaking of which, didn't you complain about being exhausted and not discovering anything so far? How are you this motivated now? He's only motivated because we're doing the hard work for him. It's because my researcher's intuition tells me that we're about to make a breakthrough.
Researcher's intuition?
Is this like an adventurer's instinct?
Oh, Paimon gets it. That's the ability to predict that there will be an ambush at the counter or a trap at a door, right?
And you better be careful, Teddy. Father, let's prepare for battle as well. Oh, what are you talking about? The researcher's intuition I mentioned is based on vast knowledge and careful observation. It's akin to a flash of genius. Why didn't you just call it a flash of genius then, Maybe you didn't have a flash of genius? But what you said does make sense. My consideration is lacking in that aspect. Well, if there's danger, I'll be counting on all of you to do the jobs I hired you for then. Sure. Whatever you say. Elevator. Oh, we're going down. I was like, oh, we can look at this big statue thing. But no, we're just going the opposite direction. Makes sense. Enter the room located deep within. What is this? I should also document this as well, right? Is quest marker in the way? It is not in the way. Perfect. Cool. See, some of these pictures will serve as thumbnails in the future too. That would be great. Some material. Is this a mural? Whoa!
Hey, Tirzad, are you alright?
Me? Of course I am. I'm terrific. I've never felt better. Like, I noticed we're seeing more of, like the jackals and, like, the, you know, Anubis-looking, mythological creatures, like Cyno. Like we saw when we did the King Destret and the Three Magi Archon quest. Since Paimon and Teddy aren't from around here, it's understandable that you don't recognize its worth. What do you mean I recognize its worth? I just stood there and took a bunch of pictures of it. Oh my gosh, I can't stand this guy's ego. I really can't. As for Jabrail and Jet, I guess it's a knowledge issue? No, it isn't something you should have knowledge about. Dude, we all think it's cool. It's not just you. You don't need to, like, diss us just because you want to feel good about yourself. Paimon, let me test you for a moment. What can you discern from this mural?
There are many people, and something like a sun and an eye.
Oh, I guess Paimon has no talent for this. What do you mean? Paimon is accurate, and the fact that it's a sun and an eye actually symbolizes something, I'm sure, so I think Paimon is on the right track. Man, this guy is making me upset.
Why did you even ask? You already knew that, huh?
Well, he said he was testing you, because he's being mean. And what about you, Teddy? What do you see in this mural? It's a very symmetrical painting. Insignificant subjects and a great king. There we go. Exactly. That's exactly what this mural symbolizes. Is that so? But just think about the fact that the subjects, even though they're bowing down to the king in this mural, still take up the main part of the center of the mural. So I don't think it means that the subjects are insignificant. If I interpret this art piece, I would say that the subjects are... The king is the most important thing, but the king also views his subjects as being important to his realm. Because otherwise, the subjects will all be like on the sides, right? Okay, well, there are some people on the sides. They're walking down the edges of the pyramid. But there's all these people in the middle. If you're talking about those being the subjects, those wouldn't be featured so prominently in the middle if the king didn't respect his subjects at least a little bit. The sun on the eye symbolize King Destret. Beneath him are the 7 pillars, so we call them, that hold up King Destret's pyramid of authority. Oh, I see. As for subjects, they're insignificant. Oh. Okay, never mind. I was wrong. Okay, I thought the middle things were the subjects, and I was like, oh, I don't know what those guys on the side are, but no. Okay, so you do have a point. The subjects are insignificant because they do not get featured prominently in the middle of the mural. All right, so, but hey, at least my analysis was correct, even though my interpretation of which was which is not. That seems to be my problem a lot. Anyway, we'll just move on from this. But even so, they couldn't escape destruction.
Is that really the case?
Come now, how can I be wrong? The theme of this mural fully conforms to the depictions of King Destret and everything I've ever read. Well, I'd happen to know that everything you've read is wrong, so I don't think that's correct. A terrifying king who used absolute and supreme authority to keep all subjects beneath him. I don't think that's the case. He did end up sacrificing himself to protect his realm, so I don't know if that's exactly what happened, but sure. But this mural feels so peaceful to me. Everything seems so orderly and everyone has their own place and duty. Isn't that good? Yeah, exactly. You know what? Even though the subjects are not featured prominently, it still does seem to me that King Destret did at least respect his subjects more than Tirzad respects us. That doesn't mean he respected them well, but I mean, the whole reason why he unleashed the forbidden knowledge is because he was trying to actually like bless his people, right? But instead ended up killing a bunch of them with the disease the withering and Elazar, right? And then he sacrificed himself. So, yeah. What kind of crooked interpretation is that? I am going to slap you in the face. Dude, stop this. Jet, you can make up stories about Ben talking to doors, but deciphering murals in the history of King Destret civilizations is my area of expertise. No, it's not. Indorsology? This is not indoors. You're indoors. It does not mean... I thought indorsology is like the art of lazing around, because that really seems to be what you're good at doing. Oh my gosh, I actually cannot stand this guy. But I think Jet's right, because that lines up with what we already know from investigating these ruins before. Now, I won't hear any buts. Everything I've said has been proven by prior research, and this mural will become part of Vahumana as well. Yeah, okay. I don't even have the energy for you anymore. The one to write it, I've hardly heard said anymore. It was like you standing up for your daughter now, blah, blah, blah. No.
That's not appropriate. We're all traveling together. No, we're all companions in this expedition. Even if our opinions differ, we shouldn't fight over it, right?
And also, I completely disagree with you. Or at least, I disagree with the fact that, as an academic, you should... this is why I don't like all the academia's culture that they had before Nahida came into power. It's very much against what we actually do in academics, which is more collaboration and helping each other erased. And sometimes that means, you bring a variety of opinions. As long as those opinions are backed up by truth and evidence to support that side of the argument, and you're not just pulling it out of thin air, which Jet is not pulling it out of thin air, thank you very much, Tirzad, then you're supposed to generate discussion. That's how you learn more from those differing opinions. You use that to build upon each other. This guy is so rude, and he's like, also like, well, my interpretation, I'm a nerd, so my interpretation is the only one and it's correct. And it lines up with the precedent set, which, by the way, not many other people have been in here, so I don't even know what precedent you're even talking about. Anyway, this guy was making me mad. What? Together? I started this expedition and I paid you all for it. All of you are employed by me. Dude, this is exactly what I was saying last time. He does not treat us like you're his employees, though. Or at least we're not your employees. We're supposed to be companions for this. And even if we are your employees, you don't respect us like employees. You treat us like servants. And I don't like that, dude. Moreover, I'm the only one with formal academic training. A layman has no right to speak on academic issues. What are you, the Grand Sage? Well, the Grand Sage is been sentenced to a life of community service in the Avidia Forest. So be careful who you're speaking to here. One who can only draw from others can hardly call himself an independent researcher. Oh, then let's hear your unique insights. This destroyed kingdom was once strong and beautiful. It may be difficult to believe that this was all built in the desert, and you only see the obedience revealed on the surface, but fail to notice the direction of the people's hopes. It was their hope that tied the people of the sand to King Deshret. They thought this would help them overcome the calamity, but we all know the outcome of that. And even delusions have their limits. Are you trying to overturn all prior research? Dude, I can't even. I literally can't even. Please, can we actually just leave him in the middle of the desert to die yet? And you're here going. Can we just leave him here? Oh, it's a door. Cool. There is. It isn't my fault. This path looks like it leads up. I can't stand this. Please, can we actually just get rid of him? He's making me so upset. He's making me so upset because everything he says goes against my own personal beliefs as well as the beliefs I think the academics should hold. And I just cannot stand him anymore. I don't see any traps.
Paimon wonders where it leads, so stay here won't change anything with me, so let's continue, shall we?
Thinking like a Vahamana scholar? Secret of Amar. Akmar. Is it Akmar or Amar? Ein al-Akmar, I think. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna calm down now. The ink bottle is a fierce... Stop. Don't encourage him. Even the achievements are like, well, maybe he's actually... No, there's no excuse. I don't trust Tirzad. I don't like him. And even if he somehow doesn't have any ulterior motive, I still don't trust him. Because he's not a respectful person. I don't like that. And also, if I leave, how am I gonna get back here? I guess after dinner I will play some more of this. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure I can take much more of Tirzad though. I'm not sure, I don't recall. Okay, there's been some NPCs in this game that have made me really upset. With like non-Archon quest NPCs been talking about me, because obviously like certain NPCs in the Archon quest and story quests have made me really upset. Just like in world quests and in general. Not, and like just like the casual like exploration part. Not many NPCs I think have made me as upset as Tirzad. Who do you think you are? This is like, I mean, I don't 100% blame him because this is kind of the result of the academia culture that they've been implementing over the past like 500 years since Greater Lord Rikadavata disappeared and Lesla Kusanali got locked up. This is basically how they've been, what they've been promoting. But like, man, I know this is it's a little upsetting to me that this guy has no respect for other opinions, even if it's not like, sure, it's true, none of these other characters have academic experience, but you don't seem to be very bright either. And also, you know what? Academics listen to other people. They get information from a variety of sources and they consider other opinions that have weight or value to them as dictated by truth and evidence, okay? That's why we cite other papers, like cite other work too, cite what other people say, because we build off of each other. And sometimes that's not citing something to agree with. Sometimes it's citing something to prove that there's other possible opinions and that this topic actually has more to it. And most of all, he's just treating us like garbage. Like, and we're the ones doing all the work. Thank you very much. So, I don't really want to. I don't like things. But this guy is an insult to academics, really, an insult to academics. So, with that being said, let's take a break and come back to this later before I get more mad at Tirzad. Get more mad at Tirzad and whatever. That's just okay. Okay, but after you know what though? I am having a ton of fun exploring the ruins though. I'm having a lot of fun when I'm not getting mad at Tirzad. I'm having fun. Look how beautiful the mural is. Okay, so I was right about the interpretation of the mural, except I thought it was referring to these ones are the servants, or not the regular people, but these are the regular people, and so it kind of makes sense that they're on the periphery in that, you know, it's glory to their king and the regular people just on the outside. But it's exactly like Jet and Jabril. I mean, we have the advantage of having already done King Deshret and the Three Magi, right? But like Jet and Jabril, so we already know what the truth about King Deshret is, but like Jet and Jabril's interpretation matches more with that. And also, but I think the interpretation makes sense that, you know what, see, some of them are coming down the stairs, but some of them are going this way. It's not like, you see other depictions of people, they're like, you know, bowing and kneeling. Well, these ones are kneeling, but they're not like groveling or bowing as if like they are like being forced to. It's more like out of respect because the king is trying to do something. I mean, okay, I shouldn't be the one to say this because, you know, King Deshret was still a god, and there must be a reason why, you know, there must be other reasons why he was later interpreted to be more like a tyrant. And maybe he was kind of like a tyrant. We don't know that now. But what we know about him, it seems more like he did at least try to help his people, or at least respect them as his subjects, and not just treat them like garbage, like what Tirzad is doing. Oh my gosh, this is upsetting. Anyway, but enjoying the ruins though. Let's go back on the subject. I'm enjoying the ruins. I definitely enjoy, you know, I like going through ancient civilization stuff, and this is perfect. I like seeing like the technology. Like, is this lighting? This is lighting. This is like real light. There's no way. We're so deep beneath the surface. There's no way this isn't sunlight. This has got to be like digital lighting, or like it's not candle flame. That would have run out a long time ago. I'd have like solar panels somewhere lighting this down here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I really like exploring like ancient civilization stuff. So anytime we like see like ruins with like traces of like technology, I love it. And that's exactly what this place is. But it's just so much. It's so rooted in culture too, with the artwork and the architecture and all that. Speaking of architecture, I wonder what Kaveh was working on in the desert. I hope we find out one of these days. Anyway, yeah, it's time to stop. Anyway, so yeah, thank you all for watching. And in the next episode, we're gonna get mad at Tirzad again, but it's gonna be okay because we're gonna get through this. All right.
Squall and Fury.
Sorry, I literally just let go of the controller. It fell to the ground. Squall and Fury. Behold. All right. Bye, everyone. I'll see you later.